my name is Valerie. After going through a lot of grief, pain, and loss, what does it take to recover? This book shows you just that and how every person's way of coping with trauma is different.
Read with Val. Read on, have fun, and dream big.
So this book is called Ruby Lost and Found. After so much loss, can Ruby find herself? It is by Christina Li, the author of Clues to the Universe, and it is a realistic fiction book. I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. So the main character in this book is Ruby, and she lives with her mom, dad, and her older sister, Viv. Her older sister is about to go to college, and this book takes place during the summer. So Ruby is middle school. She is in a terrible position mentally, and she's just emotionally exhausted. There are a couple reasons. First of all, her grandfather, or Ye, in Mandarin, has passed. Ruby and her grandfather's relationship was extremely strong, and their relationship and their bond was inseparable. And it's been extremely hard to live because her grandfather isn't there besides her. Number 2 is that right before school ended, she got put into detention. And why? You'll have to read to find out. Her parents are just kind of confused as to why Ruby did what she did, and also how their daughter could get into so much trouble so fast. That's what Ruby thinks she is to everyone, trouble. And she feels like she's a burden to everyone. Like no one wants her. And Ruby just feels like, compared to her straight A sister and her very well behaving sister, that she is a troublemaker, and just no one wants her to be around. That's number 2. And finally, number 3 is that her 2 best friends aren't really talking to her that much anymore. So one of her friends moved to New York City. She's scared that her friend won't come back. Her other friend, Naomi, has been hanging out with the much more cool and popular girls on her soccer team, and sort of leaving Ruby behind. And Ruby doesn't really have someone to talk to that she can go to. Those are the 3 biggest problems that are happening. Remember I said her parents can't send her away, but they do the next closest thing, which is send Ruby with her grandma. And so this grandma's name is Nai. Ruby doesn't really know her that well. Like, they don't speak on a daily basis, and they don't talk to each other and interact that often. Ruby is forced to spend her entire summer with Nai every day at the retirement or at the community center, where Nai spends her days with her other elderly friends. She has to, first of all, deal with the boredom, not at all getting to do what she wants to do. And her summer turns even worse when she finds out that her favorite bakery is going to be shut down. This bakery is called May's Bakery, and it is owned by May Wong, who is one of Ruby's grandma's friends. Ruby cherishes it and treasures it a lot because she and her grandfather used to go there all the time. May's Bakery holds a very special place in Ruby's heart, and Ruby can't let it go, because if the baker's gone, it feels like Ye's death it's like it's set in stone. Like, Ye's memory will be lost with the bakery. All these problems arising and all the challenges that Ruby faces, she must stay strong and she has to find her way to recover. There are a couple ways I can connect to this book. For example, I spend every summer at Hong Kong with my grandparents, and we sometimes do the same things that Ruby's grandma and her friends do in the community center. I personally enjoy, and just being around my grandparents is very like meaningful and special. In addition to that, I could connect to the foods brought up in this book. These things include youtiao, which is like a fried doughy, it's a stick, I guess, and you dip it into congee, and congee is like a very part of what I eat, or I just could connect to, and find myself wanting to eat those foods as well. I enjoy this book because, number one, I can connect to it, and number two, it teaches me valuable life lessons. Like, for example, everyone dies. It's just a part of nature, and any living thing has an end. And I am like most people. I'm scared of deaths and people dying and people who I'm close to dying. But this book shows me that even if it's gonna be hard regardless. Recovery takes different forms for everyone. And that is what I learned. Recovery takes different shapes and different paths, and it looks different for every single person. And that is what I learned from this book. And the last big way that I enjoyed this book was the author Christina Li does such a great job of portraying the emotions and actions of how a young middle school girl would actually, the things she would do and the things she would say and the things that she would think. It just made me connect to it even more. So I'd recommend this book to kids between the ages 8 through 13. Thank you so much to Harper Collins for bringing me this book, and I hope everyone enjoys it as much as I do. Remember to read on, have fun, and dream big. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!